What is up, everyone? I am ExxotikGaming, and today I am back with another Pixel Gun 3D weapon review, this time on the Ghost Lantern, an extremely powerful weapon released in the second to most recent update. Now, before we dive into this weapon review, let it be known that I have an iOS device. Unfortunately, the newest update has not yet been released for iOS devices, only Android. Alas, I cannot review anything yet from the most recent updates, as I haven't obtained any of the weapons yet. However, understand, if I did have this most recent update, I would be reviewing everything from the Bad Doctor to the Ruler Sword and everything in between. And you can be comfortable in knowing that I will be reviewing all of these things very, very soon. Make sure to leave a like if you want me to review all of these new weapons, but for now, since I haven't reviewed anything yet from the second to most recent update, I figured I'd review some right now. To start them off, this is the Ghost Lantern review, and this is easily one of my most favorite weapons from this update. Going into the shop menu and looking at the stats of this weapon here, solely looking at the stats of the weapon, we see that it's a mediocre weapon. It doesn't look like it would be all that powerful. However, stats are deceiving. Do not believe what Reallysoft has given this weapon. Reallysoft has given this weapon a 21 efficiency, and I personally would give this weapon upwards of a 28 to 29 efficiency, because the truth is, after you use this weapon in battle, you can easily see this is one of the most powerful weapons in the premium section to Pixel Gun 3D. Now, this weapon has a 52 firing rate, which is a very slow firing rate, one of the slowest in this entire game. Pretty similar to something like the Easter Bazooka, but unlike the Easter Bazooka, which does need a faster firing rate, this one doesn't, because the Easter Bazooka is a 4-shot kill to a max armored player, and the Ghost Lantern is a 1-shot kill. It is a very powerful weapon, and other than that, this weapon even has two other unique features which makes it so different from all of the other premium weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. It truly is a unique weapon that nothing other is like, and you guys will see now in the next couple of moments when I take it into some actual gameplay. A map like Silent School is absolutely devastating. It's very hard to not get kill after kill after kill when using this weapon, because this weapon is just that good. And it's really surprising because this weapon doesn't even look like it would be as powerful as it is. But the truth is, it is one of the most powerful weapons in all of Pixel Gun 3D. As you guys can see here, I'm easily able to kill these people with just easy one-shot kills, and there's really nothing they can do about it because this thing is just such a powerful weapon and it's so hard to avoid. Now, the first thing that is really unique about this weapon that no other premium weapon has in Pixel Gun 3D as of right now is the fact that this weapon has a through-wall ability, the wall-breaking ability, something like the prototype and the anti-hero rifle has. Now, I would figure something like a sniper rifle would probably have this special ability, but I was very surprised when I found a premium weapon had this special ability. But the truth is, it actually works out pretty well. As you guys can see right there, I got a headshot on somebody that I never even thought I was going to actually kill. I didn't even know that the person I just fired at and actually killed was even there. And that's what you can get with using this weapon. You can get kills that you never even thought were possible. You can fire at people and kill them and never even know that they were there. You guys have seen numerous times already in this video that I've hit people that I never even saw were there and never would even been able to kill if I had used another weapon in the premium section to Pixel Gun 3D. If I used the Firestorm, if I used the Cherry Bomb, if I used any other weapon, I wouldn't have been able to kill them. But with this weapon, I can. Now, the other unique feature with this weapon is the fact that it is very difficult to avoid the ghost that you fire out of this weapon. The diameter of the ghost is so big that in a map like Silent School, when you are firing down these hallways right here, it's practically impossible to avoid it. It's honestly one of the most difficult things currently right now in Pixel Gun 3D, trying to avoid the ghosts that people constantly fire down the hallways in Silent School. It's very difficult, and it's proven to be an extremely powerful weapon. There was a person right there. In this tiny little hallway right there, it's practically impossible to avoid this thing because the ghosts are just that good. I mean, they're just that big, and it's really surprising. Some of the other weapons with a bullet travel time, like something like the water pistol here, it's pretty easy to avoid the little water droplet. I mean, even inside like a little area like this, if you fire down through here, I mean, you can just move a little bit to the side and you're already out of the way of the little water droplets. With the Ghost Lantern, though, it's so big and it's so hard to avoid an enemy player, and because of that, it's quickly risen in the ranks as one of the most powerful weapons out there in Pixel Gun 3D. It's a very formidable weapon, but without stopping without going any farther, I do have to speak about a couple of downsides with this weapon, because even though I've gone on the first couple of minutes talking about how great this weapon is, there are some downsides to the Ghost Lantern. It isn't always sunny when using this weapon. Now, the first big downside with this weapon is something you have obviously already seen throughout this video. The fact that this weapon has an extremely slow travel time. It's one of the slowest travel times out of any weapon in Pixel Gun 3D. It's so slow that you can outrun the ghost if somebody is firing it at you. So it's very easy to avoid the ghost. However, in a map like Silent School, it is not. That is why it's pretty much a necessity to use this weapon in a map with close quarters combat. Since this weapon is so easy to avoid because it is so slow, in a longer range map, people can easily get out of way in time before you actually kill them. In a longer range map as well, since it is more outdoors and open, it is also pretty easy to avoid this thing, and it's very, very, very difficult to kill people in these sorts of maps. In a close quarters combat like I was in right there, it's very hard to actually avoid the ghost, and that is where you need to stay when you use this weapon. If you try to use a weapon like this, or this weapon in Parkour City, you're going to end up finding that you're not going to get very many kills. You might actually be the last place in the leaderboard if you go into a map like Parkour City, because since it has such a slow travel time, somebody can see that thing from a mile away because it is so big, and they can easily avoid it very, very well. I mean, it's pretty much, I don't know, wait, that person just that person just blasted through the wall. That was very surprising. But anyways, this weapon, it's honestly a very easy weapon to avoid, and that is why you need to keep this weapon in a close range, close quarters combat. A map like Silent School, a map like Block Mart, and a map like Pool Party. Well, actually, even in Pool Party, it's proven to be a little bit inefficient, because while inside the building part of Pool Party, it's very, very good, in some of the more open areas like the middle part of Pool Party and up and above the ceiling area, up on top of the roof, it's pretty easy to avoid this thing because there's such a big open area in that. But it still is a very good weapon, and you can still get a lot of really good kills when using this weapon. I've honestly gotten some of the best gameplay out there when using this weapon. Honestly, better than a majority of the other premium weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. There are some other premium weapons that I do get better gameplay with, like the Big Buddy, which I have deemed the most powerful weapon ever in the history of Pixel Gun 3D, but there are still some other weapons that are pretty close to that weapon. As you guys can see, easy triple kill, easy multi-kill. I mean, these kill streaks are just commonplace when using this weapon. You can get double and even triple kills down this hallway at times, just like I did in my laser bow review when I just instantly came out of a hallway and the little bouncing part of the weapon, the ricocheting ability, bounced off of multiple different walls and killed 3 people instantly. You can do that with the Ghost Lantern. You just fire down the hallway and let nature take its course. It kills multiple people. You get double kills, you get triple kills, you get quadruple kills, and you don't even need to be there in the line of fire. You just fire, and then you move out of the way, and you watch and see how many people you kill. You fire, like I do right there, you move out of the way, and see how many people you kill. You will be surprised how many people you kill sometimes. Now, sometimes you won't. I mean, obviously, you're not going to be able to kill somebody all the time. It just depends who is in that hallway at that given time. And since there are some pretty bad spawns in that hallway, somebody's just going to walk out the door and instantly be hit by a massive ghost that somebody has fired out of a lantern. It's honestly amazing, and it's a really cool weapon. And I really do enjoy using it, although it is probably one of the most overpowered weapons currently in a map like Silent School. It's probably the best map, or the best weapon for Silent School. I mean, there's really no other weapon that really can compare with this thing. Maybe the prototype, if you use that without the scope, but even still with the prototype, it's still pretty easy to avoid somebody with that thing. It's pretty hard to fire at somebody sometimes when using the prototype, and this one is just so impossible to avoid. I mean, you can fire across the map and still be able to kill somebody and never even knew that they were there. If you can memorize exactly where the spawn points are inside the map, you can just fire and hit people at will. It's honestly so amazing. So if I just fire down this little area right here, if I actually had somebody down this area, you can just fire, and eventually you're going to hit somebody. Now, eventually it doesn't have an infinite travel time, as you guys can see right there. I should have actually mentioned that earlier. It doesn't have an infinite travel time. It does eventually explode, but that's after a pretty long time, and most of the time it's going to either hit somebody or just travel out of the map before that ever happens. So, I mean, you really don't have to worry about that thing ever stopping. It's just, it's probably only going to have that happen in some of the longer range matches, which I specifically said you're probably best not actually going into. I mean, in a map like this, where you fire across the hallway like I did right there, even all that time went past, and I still did not actually have that thing explode. So, it works out very, very well. But in all honesty, guys, my voice is getting very sore. I think I'm getting sick, which is really unfortunate. It's all because of that senior retreat that I just went on recently. There was a kid that I was rooming with, and he was unfortunately sick. But I figured it's probably good. I think there's pretty much everything that I needed to be covered was covered in this video. It's definitely a must-have. I definitely would say go ahead and get this weapon. You definitely cannot live in Pixel Gun 3D without this thing. If you are somebody who plays in Silent School a lot, and if you are somebody who plays in Block Mart and Pool Party a lot, you gotta have this weapon. It's pretty much a necessity to have. As you guys can see right there, that was a triple kill with one single shot with this weapon, and that's what you can get down the hallways like I got right there. That was an amazing triple kill, and that's just commonplace when using this weapon. That's a multi-kill, and kind of want to see how many kill sheets, what my highest kill streak I can actually get is. That's a ultra kill, so that was alright. I mean, that was the highest kill streak I've gotten so far in this video. I've gotten 2 ultra kills, I believe, plenty of multi-kills, and just dozens and dozens of triple kills, because that is the norm. The triple kills are the norm. If you don't get a triple kill, I mean, you're not even using the Ghost Lantern. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy this. I'm really happy to be back reviewing some of these weapons, and I really hope you guys did enjoy those couple of special videos that I did make just recently for my channel. If you guys haven't checked them out, I'll have them linked down below in the description. I just made 2 special Pixel Gun 3D videos just to thank you guys for being such awesome subscribers, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope you guys did enjoy this. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like. A like would be greatly appreciated. And make sure to comment down below something from this past update that you guys would like me to review. If it's like the Frank Shipone or the Smart Bullet Bazooka, I'm leaning towards the Smart Bullet Bazooka for the next thing I'm going to review. But, hey, if everybody says, oh, I want you to review the Frank Shipone, or I want you all to review the Demo Man, then I'll review that one. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else I need to say other than, make sure to go check out some of my other Pixel Gun 3D weapon reviews I have made on my channel. I have tons and tons of other weapon reviews, and like I said at the beginning of this video, I will be reviewing everything from the most recent update that has already come out for Android devices, and I do want to say that I am getting an Android device. I've just bought an NVIDIA Shield tablet. It's called the NVIDIA Shield Tablet K1. Probably several of you guys already have that weapon. I even bought a controller with that thing, so I can be the best Pixel Gun 3D player around. I even got a controller with it and everything, and I'm probably going to stick with my iPhone for some of the other videos that I do, just because I'm used to controlling with the iPhone. But when I do weapon reviews on the weapons from the most recent updates, I will be doing that on the Android, just so I can get those out sooner than I will have before. So hopefully it's going to benefit you guys a lot, and hopefully it's going to be worth it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So make sure to go like, comment, and subscribe like I said before. And we finished the match there, so that's a perfect way to end. And did I actually get first place? Did I get first place? Perfect way to end the match there. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode.